I spent 30 days photographing the moon, and this is how it went. It's been May gray skies off and on the last few weeks, mostly on. And the day that I go to record this, it's not so gray. The sun's actually popping out, which is a good thing. You get what you get when you're trying to especially shoot the moon or any type of landscape. You're at the mercy of Mother Nature, so that's just the way the cookie crumbles. The moon is a wonderful subject when you can see it, but sometimes it's just covered by clouds, or other times sleep gets in the way. More on that later. My goal was to shoot different aspects of the moon's phases, both during at night and during the day. But those very things pose their own challenges, as you will see. Let's take a look at day one and where it all started. Hey gang, I'm on a super busy street here, but I have a waxing crescent moon that is going to hover or drop in behind downtown Los Angeles. I'm east of Los Angeles right now, and so it should be dropping on the west side of Los Angeles. I'm about 30 miles or 30 minutes away. I'm shooting right now on a 24-105 f4. I'm gonna switch over to the 800mm RF f11 here shortly so I can get some tighter shots of that crescent moon. It's clear skies, a little bit hazy down there, smoggy, but it should be a fairly nice shot. Things were off to a great start on day one as I got my first shots in the bag. Yet, day two was a precursor to some of the days ahead and some of the obstacles I would have to overcome in the future. All right, April 22nd. It's the middle of the day. I often like shooting the moon during daylight hours as well. I like to switch it up. And I had a bead on it, but now I can't find it out there in the wild blue yonder. I mean, we are talking about an 8.4% waxing crescent, so it's a very thin strip that's up there. So I'm glad to report the sky's cleared up and I'm going to be successful at grabbing at least my second straight image of the moon of a 30-day project. I have the R6 with the 800mm on board, and then I have the EOS R with the 24-240 lens on this camera. Let's get our shot. As you can see, it's nighttime and I'm looking up at the moon. I didn't get that shot earlier, so company came over, got distracted, so now I'm gonna shoot this. Maybe somehow I can incorporate this light with, well gang, I find this kind of fitting, kind of funny, but I had to move from that space out there. I was about 15 feet that way. And I got busy. I went to go get the camera. Essentially, the sky is covered in clouds. So I did just shoot a shot, and there's a hint. There's a hint of that waxing crescent moon, and I think we're gonna have to take it. I do not give up, so I'm out here again tonight and it's clearer sky, so that is a good thing. All right, so what I have set up on the camera here is, I'll give you the live shot, is I've focus stacked this, one onto this light, two a little bit deeper into the trellis here, and then three I pinpointed on the waxing crescent. We also have Venus down here. All right, y'all, the sky's cleared up from earlier today. I have a simple shot, camera's right here. I'm at 1/60th of a second, ISO 100, and I'm at about 6.3 aperture. Moon's right there. And I'm just doing a simple shot. I'm all the way in at 240. I actually put the camera on a 1.6 times crop, so that gets me a little closer. I dialed in a little bit on the zoom, the digital zoom, 10 times, just to make sure that the edges there, that you see the actual crevices inside of the moon look a little bit more sharp. Once you get that, we'll fire it off. We are on a 2-second timer. I've enabled the touchscreen, and let's fire this off. Welcome back to shooting another day of the moon. It's April 26th. And the moon's supposed to rise over the horizon at 11 a.m. It's just after 11. But if you can see behind me there, it's supposed to go over these mountains over my left shoulder. I feel like it's a bit hazy for it to happen, but let's set up and see what happens. Honestly, it's just not looking too good. It is just socked in on the edges of that horizon right here. And that's where it's supposed to be, but I don't think it's happening. I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes. We'll see what happens. So there you go. If clouds weren't bad enough, LA smog and overall bad air quality was just getting in the way. I continue to sit for a little bit longer. Do I get the shot? Just might be out of luck, maybe a couple more minutes, but yeah, I just realized that. So this might be all for naught. Just gonna have to try this on a clearer day. Newsflash, it does not happen, but I do shoot it later that evening on my 24-105. Check out these shots. Very happy with this shot. Earlier today, I was also shooting some hoops and I shot this image. The moon is definitely obscured and soft, and the focus is definitely on the backboard, but it was a good shot. It was fun. It was on my iPhone. So with this first quarter moon shot that I shot on April 27th, I wanted to get a little creative with it and do a little bit more post-processing than I normally do on a lot of my images. I really just wanted to get in there and try something new and add a little bit more depth and color and contrast to the image, and that's exactly what I did, and here's what turned out. So I took a little hike today to see if I could capture the rising of the moon. We are on a waxing gibbous, I think like 64% illumination, I believe. And I think I've got it. I've got one shot in the can. It's very lighthearted. There's a lot of atmospheric condition in the sky right now, but we'll continue to try different compositions and just show the best one. As we end the month of April and move into May, today and tonight, it's just been cloudy all day. And so there is zero chance of me getting a shot of the moon tonight. So we will move on and hope that it clears up a little bit at least, but we do have rains coming for tomorrow. So we'll see if we can get something. This is the weather forecast for the rest of the week. It is not looking good for my little project, but we'll carry on. We'll see what happens. All right, just got done shooting some hoops, but if you look out here, yep, it's still moody, it's still cloud cover. Now, if I look over here, the sun came out for a little bit, but all this is coming in this way. So that being said, I don't think we're gonna get any moon tonight. The moon's supposed to be right overhead at 10 p.m. It's right up behind me. If we could see it visibly, it'd be right behind me. I think moonrise was about 4:09 and it's about 5 something right now. So I don't think it's looking too good. So we'll just carry on and we'll do our best. All right, update. There's been a little bit of break in the clouds here, so this is good. And I did spot the moon right here just a second ago, but it got covered up and I needed an SD card of all things in the camera. So anyways, I am about to shoot it once it shows up here and we'll get it. I think we might just get away with getting it because the clouds are still coming in again because we're supposed to have rain in a couple days. If that happens, it happens, but let's get this. We're at a waxing gibbous, about 86% of illumination, so we're definitely headed towards that full moon. According to my app, it's right in this area. And there she is, folks, right there. Okay, let's get it. May 2nd, we have a 92% waxing gibbous moon today. The moon rose fairly late today, I think after 5 p.m. It's actually right in the same area that I took one yesterday at, but you can see there's clouds there. So as soon as I can find it, I just need to take advantage. If it's night, it's night, but I feel like if this breaks up anywhere, I'll get a nice image. I'll put the 800 millimeter on and get a nice image with some cloud coverage. I think that'll be I think that'll be a good shot. We have the camera set up in the general area that it should come out in this area, and it'll continue to rise right here. So we've got at least a good hour or so in this area. I would say we are about 5-10 minutes away. We just need this area to get. So currently on the screen, I'm showing you the overlay of the Photo Pills app of the moon, and the VR, or the AR, excuse me, the augmented reality says that the moon should be right in that area. We're finally spotting it. There it is. And the bummer is I want to have a little bit of cloud coverage. So hopefully these clouds right here start to move across it a little bit. I just want a little bit of contrast with those clouds. So I'm gonna wait till those get over there, and they're moving pretty fast. So I'm gonna go take this shot. May the 4th be with you. It is May 4th. We are one night away. We're still in Waning Gibbous, but we're almost in full illumination of the moon, which is tomorrow night. So you can see it's right back there. But unfortunately, this sky, we just had some rains today, and it doesn't seem like it's going to clear up. But if I can get a shot, I will try. I will certainly give it a go. Today is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, and this was an easy one tonight. Full moon, clear skies, just shot a simple 300mm shot on an EF lens with an RF to EF mount adapter on, and I think I shot it at 1.6 times crop, so it got me there a little bit closer, but yeah, I think it was a simple shot, nice and clean. There's no foreground element. The moonrise tonight was at about 9 p.m. and I got home from an event about 10 something, 10:30, and I went out and shot it. And it was kind of nice because it had an overcast and flowing kind of almost surreal type look to it. And I just wanted that look. I didn't want a clean shot. I wanted the moon more obscured, and that's exactly what we got in these moon shots tonight. So up to this point, I'm doing pretty good. I'm having fun. I love the challenge, trying to get that moon shot every day or at night. But the next shot coming up here is when the moon's starting to rise late in the evening. So this is at 10:20 when it rises, and then it just gets progressively later and later. And that's why I need my nappy time, really sleep time. So therefore, I'm not up at 12 or 1 or 2 in the morning to get those night shots, even though it was overcast many of those nights, but I didn't have that opportunity. So I was solely relying on the day moons, and those were rough. I'm warning you, these were rough coming up after this. Okay, I'm out here. Right behind me is where the moon's supposed to come up. We're about 10 minutes after the moonrise, but I believe there's a layer of mountains. Well, I know there's a layer of mountains behind these just hill mountains right here where there's houses and there's lights. So I'm waiting another 10. I mean, it's going to come up, but you know, it's 10 minutes past that time. It's 10:30, we're out here. I just don't even see the glow, so I'm really hoping I'm in the right direction. We'll get it if it comes up though. Well, good morning. It is May 8th. We have a waning gibbous happening, meaning this is actually last night's moon that is setting right in this area right here. And unfortunately, it's pretty cloudy. And tonight it happens, I think it rises at about 11 p.m. Maybe after, I think 11. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that. So may have to wait till the following morning to get the next actual moon. But there is a little weather system coming in, so we'll see where we're at. But For today, I think the Waning Gibbous for May 8th is not going to happen. Good morning, everybody. Last night was a shutout. It is May 9th. We have an 82% illumination Waning Gibbous, and again, this morning it's up here for a couple more hours before the moon sets, and we'll see if we can get it. Again, patchy clouds this morning. There's a little bit more opportunity to get that Waning Gibbous moon today, but we'll see. Only time will tell. If not, we'll be shut out and we'll try again tomorrow. Well, it's been a couple unsuccessful days, but today, this morning, we got it. The moon's gonna set in about a couple hours, so it cleared up enough. It's right over my ear here, right there, little guy. You can see it there. So we got it. We're good for today. I guess I was just a little disappointed because I thought I'd be able to get 30 days of continuous shots of the moon as it presented itself, but there are some challenges, so I guess that puts the fun in this project and the challenge into this project. So yeah, I recommend it. We're going to keep moving forward as the moon continues to move towards a new moon. Currently walking to go to a school site I have a meeting at, but these clouds are hit and miss around here, and the moon's out here today and it's about to set in probably an hour and a half. So after I get done with this meeting, hopefully skies have cleared up a bit and we can get it. Well, it may have taken too long, but the moon is right between this little triangle here, but it's uber not visible. I mean, it is just a shadow of itself. It's actually in this lower part right down here. It's exactly where it is. I can see it barely with my eyes. So I'll try to tease it out. Oh, there it is. There you can see it's right there, but it's barely visible. Wow. Okay, I'm giving it a go, you guys. I'm giving it a go. Needless to say, I did not finish strong on those last two images, but I gave it the old college try. I did my best, and the reason you don't see the 6 or 7 shots that I still have remaining is because there was cloud coverage the rest of the time. So that's what I was talking about earlier in the video, that those pesky clouds just hung around for days on end, and I just wasn't able to complete it in terms of getting 30 days within the straight 30 days. So I gave it a shot. We'll try this again maybe later on during the summer. We'll do more of an abbreviated version of it, but I hope you learned something about the moon phases and just going out, and when the moon is available, whether it be day or night, it is a great subject to shoot. Shoot it with a lot of different lenses. I shot it with my 800mm, which was always my favorite because it got me up close and personal and was able to provide me that detail that I was looking for. I love some of my obscure shots with clouds in front or the moodiness of some of them. I was just up for the challenge and I had a lot of fun, and it's a great little project for you to go and try as well. So until the next one, I love y'all. Peace.